You know, there's some risk with him.
Yeah, I'm gonna say there's not much
Where
risk.
you're getting him though.
What's up, Fackers? We are back with our Fantasy and Chill 101, counting down the top 101 fantasy football players for the 2020 season. Number 47 on the countdown is wide receiver for the Buffalo Bills, Stefon Diggs. He is our 19th ranked wide receiver. Last year, he finished as wide receiver 17 as a member of the Minnesota Vikings. His stats last year, he had 63 catches for 1,130 yards and 6 touchdowns on 94 targets. Scored 193.6 fantasy points, an average of 12.9 points per game. So, like I mentioned, he's gone to the Bills, traded there in the offseason. He has become their bona fide top target, like not even close. It was John Brown. He is, Matt, don't shake your head. He is way above John Brown in terms of quality wide receivers.
John Brown's good.
He's their top target, but top target in are they still a run first offense? That's the question. How many times will Josh Allen be throwing the ball? He has had some injury concerns. He's never played all 16 games. Now he did miss. He missed week 17 last year. Can't remember if it was just precautionary or not. But I did have him on my team, and he was banged up quite a few weeks, if I remember correctly. And if we're just talking in terms of fantasy, who's throwing the ball as quarterback, Josh Allen is definitely less than Kirk Cousins in that regard.
To be fair, he's played 13, 13, 14, 15, and 15 games, so I would say
Just always
he's
a
pretty
little nicked up.
pretty reliable.
But
Yeah.
when you're drafting a receiver, you want them to play at least 15, 16 games.
I mean, he's had over 84 targets every single season he's played. Now,
Yeah,
where are you going to draft him at? Yes, I agree. If you're taking him as your number one, yeah, obviously you would want that. But I mean, he has played over 13 games every single season.
I don't think the question is his talent now. The question is how's he going to do with the Bills. And I sounded like I was high on him in the Josh Allen. I mean, yeah.
I'm just fucking with you.
This is the question of the video this time.
Yeah.
I have another question later on too, though. But it sounded like I think I was high on him when we talked about Josh Allen, but now that was what, a month ago, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now I don't know. I'm kind of low on him after like doing a little bit more deeper research on him. Like what kind of guy do we think Stefon Diggs is? Like what kind of receiver is he?
Flip flopper.
Not a flip flopper, okay.
Dude, last year in like 6 games, I'm looking at his game log right now. He was a monster. He had over 140 yards 3 times, 120, 108. Keller remembers those games. I'm damn
He
sure.
almost had
He was
50 points that one game.
I mean, he averaged 18 yards per catch. That is insane. On 63
Yeah.
catches, he had 1,100 yards. Like, I, I mean, he's obviously super efficient, but he's never really been touchdown dependent. But this could be his chance to go to the Bill. I mean, Bills' offense does scare me. They have previously been a very run-heavy team, but Josh Allen's there. He's getting better. And I mean, maybe this is what he needs, a solid weapon that he can rely on.
What'd you say his yards per? You said yards per target was or yards per catch was 18?
No, yards per catch was 18,
Okay.
17.9.
So he's a deep ball receiver. Do we all agree on that?
This past year, yes, I would agree. The year before, he only averaged 10, but he had over 100 catches for 1,000 yards.
So he's going to Josh Allen, who might have the strongest arm in the league, but
Nah, Mahomes still has that, but yeah, he's close.
Josh Allen, he's like he can throw the ball deep. But after looking at, he had a deep ball completion percentage of 25%. That was 33rd in the NFL.
Yeah, but it's his second.
Who was he throwing to?
Yeah, he was throwing to smoke.
John Brown's a decent receiver.
He is. No,
It's not
I like
Stefon Diggs, though.
Are you trying
he's
to?
not Stefon Diggs.
You can't.
Not even
okay.
anywhere near the same class as Stefon Diggs.
But I don't care who you're thrown to when you're 33rd, when there's only 32 teams in the league. Like it doesn't matter who you're throwing to. You should be better than that. If you're supposedly like a deep ball thrower,
someone's got to be last.
No, it's going to be all dependent on volume. John Brown and Cole Beasley both had over 100 targets. he's going to get over 100 targets. And so, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
John Brown and Cole Beasley
that's
aren't
all you
leaving.
can basically hope for. What?
John Brown and Cole Beasley aren't leaving. They're still going to be there.
No, I understand that, but he's going to be the number one and open up that field more too. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, like, Josh Allen had 2 wide receivers he had over 100 targets too. So, I mean, like, obviously, the Bills they're going to throw the ball.
I mean, they're going to throw the ball, but I don't think they're going to throw the ball that much. They're still a defensive-minded team that's planning on running it, I think. And especially with Josh Allen, who's a running quarterback, that's taking away even more throws.
You're right, but where you can get him, look at the other situations we have. Keenan Allen with Tyrod Taylor. I'll take Josh Allen over Tyrod Taylor. AJ Green's going to
yeah.
have Joe Burrow, a rookie. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some guys around there who are getting drafted where Diggs is who I like Josh Allen more than the quarterbacks throwing to them.
Yeah, I like Josh. I don't know. AJ Green I like a lot, but I guess it depends on what kind of receiver you're going for. Like Stefon Diggs, I'm picturing him at least as like a high risk, high reward kind of guy. Like he has the potential of finishing around top 10, top 15. But like I said, John Brown's not going anywhere. He already established that connection with Josh Allen last year. And y'all don't seem high on John Brown, but I think he's a decent receiver. And Cole
I'm not
Beasley,
worried about John Brown at all.
No. John Brown is a decent receiver. I think he'll be playable in the flex, but I'm telling you, Diggs has that upside with, I mean, if
Diggs,
he has a connection with Allen, like,
Diggs is going to be a solid wide receiver too for you.
yeah, you're talking bargain. Like he's gonna have some misses in some games, but he's also you hear his game log he had last year? Like monster games versus Philly, Detroit, Washington, over 140 yards, and that was 3 straight games.
Kirk
Just
Cousins is more efficient than Josh Allen.
He doesn't have the arm Josh Allen does either.
He threw a better deep ball than Josh Allen did, apparently, because he wasn't 33rd in the NFL.
Look, I mean, honestly, this is what I would do. I'm going to the schedule, but he opens up with the Jets and the.
Well, I'm glad you bring the schedule up because I want to
Diggs
make a
is
point
going
on
to
that.
go off versus those two, and then you trade his ass.
Let's make a point on the schedule real quick. In that, I haven't seen this brought up too much. I don't know how much y'all are putting into this, but Minnesota plays indoors. He gets 8 games in Minnesota indoors, and now he's going with 8 games to Buffalo in shitty weather, windy weather, cold weather. Like that could play a significant difference there.
That's true, but even towards the end of the year, their only home games are they play the Chargers in week 12, the Steelers in week 14, and then the Dolphins in week 17. They're on the road the other 3 games. But they do have their first few games aren't too bad, but I mean, they play Tennessee, they play New England twice, obviously in their division, they play San Francisco. Like they do have some tough matchups. Fantasy Pros has them the 31st hardest schedule for wide receivers.
He's just not a guy that I'm really worried about. Like he's going to go out there, he's going to get his targets, he's going to get his catches, he's going to get his yards, going to get his touchdowns.
Yeah.
There's guys around him in our rankings that I'm way more worried about than Stefon Diggs.
Yeah, he played in Maryland for college, so.
Bringing up the college again. I'm not trying to argue that
cold weather atmosphere. That was my
point. But yeah, he's going to be decent. I'm not trying to argue that John Brown's number one still. Like Stefon Diggs is a better receiver than John Brown. I just think John Brown's going to steal targets. Cole Beasley, he's the middle of field guy, short route guy. Like Stefon Diggs isn't stealing targets away from Cole Beasley. Cole Beasley's still going to get his targets. So I don't know.
Traded a first round pick for him.
Yeah, he's better than Hopkins. What did the Texans get Hopkins for?
Okay.
Well, they got David Johnson.
That just means the Minnesota's head or GM is better than Bill O'Brien.
Yeah, they got a first round pick, a 5th round pick, a 6th round pick, and a 2021 4th round pick for Diggs.
Yeah, so they traded a first rounder for him. He's gonna lead the team in every receiving category.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not arguing that either. I just think there's some risk with him.
I'm gonna say there's not much
where
risk.
You're getting him though. There's risk with everyone though.
What's his ADP?
I'm saying 54.
Standard, yeah.
54. So you're getting him in the 6th round for a solid wide receiver too. Like that's pretty good.
Yeah. Let me
take him in the 6th round.
Hold on, let me go to overall real quick.
Like I think Juju might be going around that area.
See,
if I remember correctly.
I've gotten mixed reviews on Juju.
You think Juju's safer than Stefon Diggs, Matt?
Yes.
Yeah, Diggs is 50.
Look, I love me some Juju this year, so we'll talk about him later. But
Yeah, but
What about
Diggs
risk,
Pro says
though?
Juju's ADP at 41.
okay, so
Like
Juju's
that's
going quite a bit higher then. All right.
yeah, and the Sleeper app, if you do any mock drafts on Sleeper, they have Juju super low. I don't
Yeah,
know
well,
why, but yeah,
theirs isn't
I've seen that
updated yet.
several times. Yeah.
All right, go ahead and finish off Diggs here.
All right, so Stefon Diggs, solid wide receiver 2. If you get him, I don't think it's someone you're going to have to worry about. He is our 19th ranked wide receiver, number 47 overall. We out.
Yep.
Play a play.